Today on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape.
Are you implying that I'm having a romantic or sexual relationship with someone else in the company?
No. Because you would tell me if you were, wouldn't you?
From Wondery, this is Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape, an audio drama told week after week. I'm your host, David Reinstrom, and all the world wants to know, what's your secret? My secret is I have 2 pet rocks. Sometimes I make them fight. Today we bring you a twisted comedy called Love Contract from award-winning playwright Mike Bartlett. This bizarre nightmare of a story is based on real-life people. Some companies make their employees sign a love contract when they find out they're dating. You don't believe me? Google love contract. Now, in theory, these contracts are just trying to prevent sexual harassment lawsuits, limit the liability of the company, but we found one example that takes it a step further by saying one of the employees in a relationship could be relocated, demoted, or even fired to avoid a conflict. The story we are going to play today takes that very premise to the point of absurdity and then some. Prepare yourself for HR taken to its most insane, Kafkaesque conclusion. I want to say something before we begin. If this piece isn't funny to you because it is too real and it reminds you of your actual workplace, please visit the Better Business Bureau at bbb.org to report it at once. Work environments this hostile deserve to be relegated solely to the realm of fiction. Our heroine in this story, Laura, is played by Jocelyn Town, and her nameless, heartless manager is played by Jane Kasmerick. A warning, this is not the play you want to listen to if you are around kids or are expecting one. Today's story plays in a single episode, and you won't want it to stop. All right then, strap in, because here we go with Love Contract.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Fine.
Good, good.
How are you?
Oh, me? I'm fine too. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, Laura. And how are things at work?
They're good, thanks.
Tell me.
I'm settling in well. My sales figures started average and have been improving. Yes. I think it's all going very well, thanks.
Good. And the office?
The office?
The office. You get along with everyone?
I think so.
No problems, no arguments,
No?
disagreements,
About what?
anything.
Well, there have been. I have disagreed with some views about sales, about our approach.
You have.
Yes, it's part of my job. We all express our opinions, you know.
And then you come to some kind of consensus,
Yes.
and the work continues down that agreed route.
Yes.
You have disagreements with others in the office, but they are resolved amicably.
Amicably, yes.
So you are all friends.
I wouldn't call them all friends, but we get along.
I see. Well, that all sounds fine. Laura,
Yes?
I want to remind you of something. This is the contract you signed when you joined the company.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yes.
Did you read it before you signed it?
Yes.
Good. Have a look at page 3, will you? Paragraph 5.
Okay.
Does it start, no employee, officer, or director?
No employee, officer, or director, yes.
Can you read it, please? Can you read it out loud, please? So we can discuss it.
Oh. No employee, officer, or director of the company shall engage with any other employee, officer, or director of the company in any relationship, activity, or act which is wholly, predominantly, or partly of a nature which could be characterized as sexual or romantic without notifying the company of said relationship, activity, or act.
Do you remember that paragraph?
Yes.
You read it?
Yes, I think... Yes, I did.
Good. It exists to safeguard against unfair or discriminatory conduct. To ensure against favoritism.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I wanted to draw it to your attention,
Why?
in case you had forgotten to read it.
What made you think I had?
We all miss parts of contracts sometimes.
So this is just normal practice? You remind everyone?
Oh. Everyone? No.
Why me then? Are you implying something?
No.
Are you implying that I'm having a romantic or sexual relationship with someone else in the company?
No. Because you would tell me if you were, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, obviously I don't understand.
I think you do. You've read it over, out loud. We both heard you. So, that's all right now. It's all very clear, isn't it?
Okay. Yes.
Good. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No.
Good. Well, that's all then. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Fine.
Since we last spoke, what has it been? A week?
Yes.
And everything's good?
Yes, thank you. Good.
Good. And in the office? All still friends?
Getting along with everyone, yes.
Everyone's friends.
As I said before, I think I wouldn't call them all friends.
What would you call them?
Colleagues.
Co-workers.
Colleagues.
You merely have a working relationship with them?
Not all of them. Some of them I would call friends, but not all.
You would describe the others as colleagues. They are all either friends or colleagues.
Yes. Or both.
Or both. Yes. Good. That's all as it should be.
Good.
Do you remember what we spoke about before?
Yes.
And have you got anything to tell me now?
What about? About relationships at work?
Just romantic or sexual relationships. Relationships per se are not my concern. I mean, we all have those, don't we?
So, romantic or sexual relationships at work, have I had any? Is that what you want to know?
Yes.
No. I would have told you.
I thought it might have slipped your mind.
What are you saying? Are you saying something's going on?
Going on?
Yes.
Something romantic or sexual?
Yes.
No. I'm not saying anything like that.
I've got a boyfriend.
That's not my concern.
Well, you're implying I'm up to something with someone at work, and so I'm saying don't worry because I've already got a boyfriend.
Laura, I'm not saying anything. I'm not implying anything. I'm simply asking if you want to tell me anything.
Well, I don't.
That's fine.
I don't really understand what you've called me in here for.
Just a chat.
All right.
Do you know what we mean by romantic?
Jesus.
I'm sorry? Are you all right, Laura?
Yes.
Good. Do you know what we mean by romantic?
Yes.
You are aware of our definition?
Your definition?
Yes.
You have a definition of your own.
The company, yes. Do you want to read it?
Do I need to?
Have you seen it before?
No.
Then maybe you should. Why don't you have a look at this?
You want me to read it out loud, too?
Why not?
In using the term romantic, the company defines romantic as the following: any gesture, indication, communication, verbal or otherwise, appearance, message, understanding, or organized meeting or event which is perpetrated with a view to advancing the relationship toward love. Yes?
Is that all clear to you?
Perpetrated?
Yes. Funny choice of word, isn't it? Yes, but there it is.
It doesn't sound at all romantic to me.
Well, when you or I use the term romantic, we only mean a general idea, a feeling, a warmth, perhaps. But this use of the word has legal implications in the event of an incident coming to our attention. So I'm sure you agree that it's best the word is carefully defined.
It's quite a broad definition.
No, it's precise. Perpetrated with a view to advancing a relationship toward love. Very precise.
Could mean anything, though.
No. If you were to put your hand on my arm, would that be romantic?
Yes?
No, because it's obvious and deliberate. It's out of context. You might put your hand on anyone for any number of reasons. That is not definitively romantic. That is not advancing the relationship toward love.
Oh.
But if we were out in the office with everyone else and I were to ask you if you wanted a coffee from the machine?
Are there other people in the room?
Yes, lots. Everyone else.
But you just ask me if I want a coffee?
Yes.
I suppose there couldn't really be any other way of reading that, so by your definition, that is romantic, yes.
Correct. Is it clear now?
Pretty much.
We could run over it again.
No, it's clear. Yes, thank you.
So bearing all that in mind, is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
No.
All right.
Is that it then?
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. Laura, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Good.
Fine.
Good. And the office? Things are well?
Yes.
Good. You still have your friends and your colleagues?
My friends and my colleagues? My friends and my colleagues, yes, thank you.
Good. I want to talk to you about Derek Wells.
Okay.
Do you know Derek?
Yes, he works in my office.
Would you say that by your definition he is a colleague,
Yes.
but not a friend?
Look, I don't want to be rude, but...
Of course.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't have to tell you who my friends are. Do I? There's nothing in the contract about that.
No, but... Oh, you're right, of course. You don't have to tell me. I was just making conversation.
Oh, I see.
That's fine.
What did you want to ask me about Derek?
Do you think you work well with him?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Good. And there is nothing you want to tell me? About Derek?
No.
I see. It's just Derek came to see me and he told me that you went out to dinner.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
So would you like to tell me anything?
No.
Are you sure? Bearing in mind what Derek has said and what we discussed before?
I don't know why Derek told you we went out for dinner.
You're saying you didn't go out for dinner?
No, I'm not saying we didn't go out for dinner. I'm saying I don't know why he told you we went out for dinner.
He said he thought it was romantic.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, I didn't.
I see.
If I thought we had done something romantic, I would tell you. As we discussed. As in my contract. But as far as I'm concerned, I have never done anything romantic with Derek Wells.
All right.
I would tell you if anything were to happen.
Yes.
But it hasn't. Don't worry.
Yes. All right. I will have Derek back in and tell him that you didn't think it was romantic. See what he says. Maybe we can come to some consensus on it.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yes. And Laura,
Yes.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't speak to Derek about this. We don't want to muddy the water.
You don't want me to talk to him?
Not about any of this, no. I think that's best. Until it's all sorted out.
All right.
Good.
So you're going to talk to him today?
Possibly. That's all. Thank you. Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Good.
Since we last met,
Yesterday? Have you spoken to Derek?
yes. Unfortunately, he's convinced that it was romantic, and he therefore should be telling me. He seems quite agitated about it. So he's given me a few details to discuss with you.
Okay.
Apparently there was a candle on the table.
Is that it?
No, it's not just that. Please, Laura, let me finish. He says that there was a substantial amount of eye contact and that you often touched his arm. He goes on. Later in the evening, you were in the taxi and you put your hand on his inner thigh, which caused him to become aroused. When you got out, you kissed him goodbye on the cheek. This became mouth-to-mouth kissing. You put your tongue in his mouth, and he did the same. Is this all true?
I'm not saying that it is true or it isn't true. The point is that I don't think any of that would necessarily be romantic.
You don't?
According to your description, it is quite possible all those actions could be perpetrated not to increase the love in the relationship,
No.
but simply to attract the other person to have sex.
I see. But then that would be a sexual relationship.
No, because none of what you described were technically sexual acts. Nothing went that far.
I see. So you are saying that these acts were done merely for the purpose of achieving sex. They were not in any way done out of love.
Well, they might have been. I wouldn't know. I'm talking hypothetically.
I see. Well, I appreciate your thoughts on this. I'll run these by Derek. That these acts, which he had misconstrued as being to do with emotion or love, I will explain that you think that they might simply have been done to lure him into having sex. That there was, in fact, no love at any stage of the evening. No romance at all. Let me run this by him. They might help to clarify it for him. Thank you. And as before, I would be grateful if you didn't talk to Derek about this until it is resolved.
Yes, okay.
You can go now.
Right.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape is brought to you by Sleep Number. This year, as you consider gifts that will be appreciated long after they're unwrapped, consider this. What could be better than giving the gift of better sleep? Sleep Number beds are affordable. In fact, they cost about the same as a traditional mattress. Queen mattresses start at only $699.99. Sleep Number beds also last twice as long, and 91% of owners recommend them. Another thing to consider. Did you know that 9 out of 10 couples disagree on mattress firmness? The newest Sleep Number beds let you choose your ideal comfort and support on each side, and automatically adjust so both of you stay sleeping comfortably throughout the night. They even have an adjustment for snoring. Does your bed do that? Come in during the Ultimate Sleep Number Week, now through Monday, and save 50% on the Ultimate Limited Edition bed with Sleep IQ technology. You'll only find Sleep Number at any of the 550 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com to find the store near you, and be sure to tell them Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape sent you. What if hiring could be easier, more streamlined, and less time-consuming, so even when you're busy, you could still be smart about the way you hire? With ZipRecruiter, you can post your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. Then, ZipRecruiter puts its smart matching technology to work, actively notifying qualified candidates about your job within minutes of posting, so you receive the best possible matches. You can even get a head start on the interview process by adding screening questions to your job post to help identify the most qualified candidates. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. Right now, listeners of Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/secrets. That's ZipRecruiter.com/secrets. One more time to try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/secrets. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Laura, come in. Sit down.
Thank you.
Have you spoken to Derek?
No, you said not to.
Good. Right. Well, I thought you would want to know the situation has been resolved. Yesterday, I offered your explanation to Derek as to why those acts he described might be done. He listened very carefully, thought it over, and eventually agreed that nothing romantic or sexual was happening between you.
Oh. Okay.
Just so you know.
So can I talk to him now?
What? About this?
Yes.
Better not. Not professional. Bad practice.
Yes, but...
Is everything all right?
Yes.
Good.
So we just carry on?
Unless there's anything else.
No.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Now, Derek has told me that you and he are having both a romantic and a sexual relationship. Is this right?
Yes, it is. We are.
Right. Well, I wonder if you could outline the history and nature of the relationship for me.
Okay. We went for dinner about 2 months ago, as I think you know, and I thought at the time that I just wanted sex from him. However, he was subsequently told that this was all I wanted, and consequently he backed away. Then a few nights ago after work, we went to a bar.
The Blind Tiger?
Yes.
Yes.
So Derek's already told you all this?
He's told me his side of the story.
Okay. Well, we got very drunk and went back to my place, where we had sex. We've been seeing each other for a week.
A week?
Yes.
But you waited until now to inform us?
We decided together.
You decided together to tell us now, after a week at work?
Yes.
Why?
We wanted to be certain of the definition of our relationship. We didn't want any confusion. We've been monitoring it carefully, and it's only now that we feel able to confidently define the relationship in the way outlined in the contract.
But you are now confident with the definition?
Yes, we came to an agreed definition last night. Didn't you discuss all this with Derek?
Yes.
Then why are we going over it again?
It's important for us to have a truthful picture, to take all the views we can.
All right, well, is that all right then, now that I've told you?
How did you find the sex?
I'm sorry?
The sex. How would you describe it? Was it good?
I don't need to tell you that.
It's important we know what kind of relationship you are having. A loving relationship with little or no sex creates an entirely different office dynamic from having coworkers in a relationship who have an enjoyable and regular sex life. So it is important for us to know how it was.
But I don't have to tell you this.
If we don't have the facts, we'll go on estimates. Would you rather I made estimates?
It was good.
Okay. Derek has said excellent. Can we compromise on, say, very good?
Okay.
Okay. I'll run that by Derek to confirm. And how many times have you had sex this week?
4.
All right. Derek has said 5.
He must be counting something else.
What?
Something else we did.
What?
I jerked him off.
All right. Well, I don't think that counts. I'll put 4 and mention that to him as well. That you would say 4, not 5.
Okay.
Do you love him?
Not yet.
Good. He said no, too.
Right.
And how long do you see this lasting?
What did he say?
I'd rather you gave me an honest answer. Help us to get a truthful picture.
I don't know. A year?
Right. He said a few weeks.
Oh.
Shall we split the difference and say 6 months?
All right.
Which would make it last until mid-October?
It might not last that long.
Just keep me informed.
Okay.
I'll tell Derek about October, all right? And last thing, are you thinking about children?
No.
Please, Laura, be honest. Have you ever thought in any way about having a child with him?
Yes. Once.
When?
We went to a park 2 nights ago. He was sitting on a swing. I thought he would make a good father.
All right.
What did he say?
I'm sorry.
What did he answer to that question?
I can't tell you that.
Well, you told me the others.
It's different with that question. It's a matter of confidentiality.
Oh.
Good. Give me a minute. I have to add them up. Right. Now, I'll need to confirm this, but I think judging on what you've told us and the scores produced, Derek will be relocated to Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
That's almost 2 hours away.
Only 90 minutes by train. Company policy.
I see.
Thank you for telling us, though, Laura, at this stage. It makes things a lot easier.
Well, I had to, didn't I?
Yes, you did have to, but thank you all the same.
That's all right. Are you going to tell him today?
Possibly. Well,
Yes.
I think that's everything.
Yes.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things with you?
Fine.
And Derek?
Fine.
Good. I haven't seen you for a while.
No.
How are things in the office?
Fine.
Getting along with everyone?
Yes.
You've been with us for what, 8 months now? You'll have your yearly review coming up with a chance of promotion and a pay raise.
Yes.
And that's something you'd be interested in?
Yes. I need the money. I'm pregnant.
Yes, so I hear. Congratulations.
You knew?
Yes.
How? I only found out yesterday.
You told Sarah after the staff meeting this morning.
And she told you?
She thought correctly that it would be relevant for our staff projections.
Isn't it up to me to tell you?
I assume you'll be wanting to take maternity leave at some point.
Yes.
Then you can see how that will affect our staff projections. Is something the matter?
No.
Good. Now, I wanted to speak to you about next week.
Next week.
Next week is 6 months. The 22nd of October. 6 months since you and Derek informed us of your relationship.
Oh, right.
You told us that you both thought it would last 6 months.
Well.
I'm just checking that we're still on track for this because corporate is interested in bringing Derek back here.
So you want us to split up?
As you said you were going to. On the 22nd of October.
Well, no. I mean, I'm pregnant.
Right.
It's his baby.
So you're not planning to end the relationship with Derek next week?
No.
As you told us you would.
We were guessing. Things have gone very well.
Right. The thing is, Laura, that your employment and position in this company is founded upon you being transparent in your dealings with us. You informed us that this relationship would last 6 months. Are you saying this wasn't right?
About 6 months, yes,
well,
but
what
not...
is it now?
Sorry?
How long will it go on for now?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pregnant, so I hope forever?
Forever.
Yes?
Right. Okay. Yes. You see, this is a problem, Laura. You know, this really puts us in a bind. We have based the plans for the next year on Derek being back here at the main office. But if you and Derek are still having a romantic and sexual relationship, then... well, we have a problem.
Sorry.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry, Laura, but this is not acceptable, to just go back on this. I think you and Derek need to decide how you want to handle it, because if things stay as they are, we will dismiss you both for professional misconduct.
But...
which means you will have a stain on both of your records. No reference, and therefore, as I think you will agree, you will find it very difficult to find alternative employment, the way things are these days.
Oh.
Jobs like this don't just grow on trees.
No, I know.
There are hundreds of applicants for every position, Laura.
I know.
So, you should talk to Derek about what you want to do.
Yes.
But we don't want to lose him. Or you.
Can I go now?
Yes. Come back when you've decided.
All right.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Since yesterday,
Yes.
I've spoken to Derek, and we made a decision.
Good.
We've split up. We don't want to cause the company problems.
It was what we agreed, wasn't it? I'm very impressed by your and Derek's commitment to standing by this.
Do you need to know what I said to him, what happened when I told him?
No.
We were having lunch in the cafeteria. He was eating lasagna. I told him what you had said, and he held my hand and told me we would have to leave then. That he couldn't bear the thought of not being together. He said he would protect me and that we would make it work somehow. But I said that with a baby we can't afford to be out of work, not the way things are these days. That we had to split up so that we could have money, because without money you can't live, can you? He argued, but I kept on saying that we had to think of the baby first. He started to cry, but I took my hand away and we sat for about 5 minutes, not saying anything. Then he got up, walked off, and I think the decision was made. Maybe you didn't need to know any of that, but I wanted to tell you.
I've got that you sat together without saying anything for 10 minutes.
What?
You said 5.
It could have been 10, yes. How do you know?
The whole building is monitored for safety.
You monitor everything?
Everything relevant, yes. Just as well. So it was 10 minutes.
Yes.
Good. Thank you for coming and telling me that. Is there anything else?
No, I just wanted to tell you.
Yes.
But you already knew.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Okay.
And little Stephen, is it?
Yes, he's fine too.
It's good to have you back after 7 months.
It's good to be back.
And everything went well? The birth? I'm just making small talk.
It all went fine. Thank you.
Good. And thank you for informing us about your pregnancy. It made life a lot easier for us. And you got your maternity leave.
Yes.
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 Full maternity leave.
Thank you.
And once again, I'm sorry the promotion didn't work out.
That's all right. Maybe next time.
Maybe. How are you managing? For money? With a son? Just small talk.
It's not easy, but his father gives us money.
Derek, isn't it?
Yes.
That's good. And he can afford it with all his hard work.
Derek sees Stephen every week.
But there's nothing happening that you feel you should tell me about?
No, we don't speak to each other at all. Don't worry.
What about when he collects the... Stephen.
Well, yes, I see Derek then.
Right.
But we don't do anything. Just talk for a couple of minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you have children? Just small talk.
The thing is, Laura, the reason I've called you in is that the company has looked at your and Derek's situation and concluded that your relationship can still be described as partly sexual.
But it's not. We stopped for you. You told us...
Please, Laura.
You told us to, remember?
Laura, let me finish. You see, the presence of a child produced through sex means that this will not change. If this son continues to live, it is the embodiment, in the purest sense, of a continuing, partly sexual relationship. Therefore...
If he continues to live?
What? Oh, no. Please.
What are you saying?
Please, Laura, no hysterics.
What do you want me to do? Kill him? Kill my son to finish the sexual relationship?
Please, Laura, don't be ridiculous. No, we must assume that your son will continue to live and that the sexual bond between yourself and Derek will similarly continue.
All right.
But we don't want to lose you, either of you.
Good.
You're very good at your jobs.
Yes.
So, we're going to relocate Derek.
Again.
Yes, relocate him again. This will solve the problem. Reduce the risk of any favoritism or inappropriate social contact in the workplace.
Where to?
I'm sorry?
Where are you going to relocate him to?
Oh, Caracas.
Caracas?
Caracas.
Where's Caracas?
Venezuela?
Where's Venezuela?
South America?
South America?
South America. It's right beneath...
I know where South America is. For how long?
Indefinitely.
But he won't be able to see his son.
That is true. That will help as well.
He won't agree.
He already has. Short of dismissing you both, which we really don't want to do, this is the only option. Derek understood that.
What about Stephen?
Who is Stephen?
My son? Derek's son?
Oh, yes?
He won't see his father as he grows up.
That's not the company's concern. That is a private matter.
No, it is the company's concern, because without access to his son, Derek will get depressed and won't work as well. His productivity will decrease, and I'll have to deal with my child missing his father, and that will cause me more stress and perhaps affect my work. So it is the company's concern.
Our research doesn't suggest any of that. We don't think it will be a problem. But we keep these things monitored, as you know. If your sales figures started to decline after Derek is relocated, then...
Then you might bring him back?
Then we can consider your suitability for this company. But I doubt that's going to happen. Your sales figures are always excellent, aren't they? Much like Derek. It would be a shame if anything were to affect them.
Is that all you want?
Yes. And we'd be grateful if, as before, you didn't discuss this with Derek. It would just complicate matters.
Can I go now?
Yes. Please come and see me if you have any problems. Laura, come in. Sit down.
Thank you.
How are you?
Better.
We're very sorry. We all are.
Yes, thank you.
Did you receive the complimentary flowers?
Yes.
How was the funeral?
Small.
Just a few relatives?
I wish Derek could have been there.
Well, yes, but obviously that's impossible.
Why? Stephen's dead now. It doesn't matter.
Stephen?
My son.
Oh, yes.
He was 9 months old.
Stephen, that's right. Well, yes. This is actually it, Laura. You see, we are simply desperate to bring back Derek from Caracas.
To the main office?
Yes.
Oh.
We think that the company would benefit from his experience.
Yes.
And you would appreciate him as a colleague again, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You two always worked well together.
Yes.
But we have a problem, which is this. We have to be seen to be consistent. And as long as your and Derek's son is alive, there exists a sexual bond between you, which complicates and jeopardizes the work environment.
I told you, my son's dead now.
So you say. But the thing is, we only know this because you have told us, which isn't really enough for our lawyers. We require proof.
I'll bring in the death certificate tomorrow.
Thank you. That's very kind, Laura, but I'm afraid legally, because we have to have consistent policy internationally, and some countries' certificates of death are less reliable than others, I'm sure you can imagine. I'm afraid legally, that isn't enough. We require the actual body.
The body?
Yes. So our scientists can check it's the right child. Check that it is indeed deceased. Match its DNA against you and Derek.
You've got my DNA?
Oh, yes. All this is just a legal requirement, really.
I buried him. He's in the ground.
Yes, I'm sorry. No one was available to deal with this over the weekend. Is there anything you can do to help us out?
You want me to dig him up?
I'm sure you wouldn't have to do it yourself.
I can't do that.
Because we really need Derek back, and we think you do too. To assist with sales, obviously.
Yes.
Do you want to make a few phone calls? See what you can do?
All right.
Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape is brought to you by Sleep Number. We all know sleep is important, but consider someone you know who is in the military or a veteran. Imagine how much a good night's sleep means to them. Sleep Number beds are already affordable. They cost about the same as a traditional mattress. They also last twice as long, and 91% of owners recommend them. This week, Sleep Number is honoring our nation's heroes with savings reserved just for them. Their newest beds are so smart, they actually sense your every move and automatically adjust so you stay sleeping comfortably throughout the night. They even have an adjustment for snoring. Does your bed do that? Come in now for exclusive savings just for military personnel and veterans. And right now, it's the semi-annual sale, where you'll find clearance savings of $600 on a Sleep Number P6 mattress with Sleep IQ technology. You'll only find Sleep Number at any of the 550 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com to find the store near you. And be sure to tell them Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape sent you.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things? What's this?
Stephen's inside.
Oh. May I see?
Yes.
It's very small.
He was 9 months old.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. I'll pass this on. Now, as it turns out, I'm afraid Derek has decided to stay in Caracas.
What?
I know. He's decided he'd rather not relocate back here. He says he has nothing to come back for.
What?
Which we really don't agree with. It's a real pain.
But I've given you this. What you said you needed. Why don't you order him?
We're not the army, Laura. We don't give out orders.
Well, I can go there now then. Now you've got what you want, I can be relocated. I can move to Caracas.
Laura, we don't need you in Caracas. We need you here. We don't just relocate people for fun.
I don't have anything here now. My baby's dead. Do you know what that means? Do you care?
You have excellent prospects.
Do you care about me at all?
Care? Yes. We have a duty of care to every employee. I can give you the leaflet.
I can't leave this company.
As
As you said, I wouldn't get another job.
No.
Do you care? I did it myself. I dug him up myself. I went straight there last night and I only had a little shovel, but I dug all night. It was so far down. And when it started to rain, the ground turned to mud, but I kept going. Eventually, I found the coffin. I reached down. I had to pry it out of the ground. There was a worm on top and mud everywhere. I managed to lift it out of the hole, but it was wet, and just as I got it out, this little coffin, it slipped and fell on the ground and broke. So I took him out and put him in a plastic bag to take him home. Then when I got back, I found this shoebox, put him in that, and brought him here this morning. I did it all myself. That was important. But he's not my baby now, so do what you want with him. I don't want him back. Do you have children?
I don't see how that's relevant, Laura.
No.
I think that's it.
Do you bleed? Can I go now?
Yes. Are you all right, Laura? If you wanted to see the company psychiatrist...
I'm not crazy. I am actually not sure.
Not sure of what?
That you bleed. Thank you.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things?
I'm going to leave the company.
I see. Why?
I hate you.
All right. Why?
I don't know who you are. You don't tell me anything about who you are.
I'm your manager.
What's your name? What's even your name?
Why do you want to know my name?
You know my name.
I'm your manager.
You killed my baby.
Laura.
So why can't I know your name?
It's not relevant to know my name.
So what do I call you? This is really important. What do I call
You
you?
don't need to call me anything, Laura.
I don't know anything about you. Do you have children?
Laura.
I bet you're not married.
Laura.
You don't have sex, do you? You just work. But I bet when you go to bed at night, I bet you're lonely. Tell me the truth.
Laura, calm down.
I am calm.
No, Laura, calm down. We're worried about you, Laura. For some reason, losing your baby seems to have affected your judgment.
Why do you care?
We have a duty of care to all our employees.
Are my sales figures down?
You tap the side of your computer when you work. You've been touching your hair more often than usual. Your breathing has become deeper.
Are my sales figures down, though?
And now you say you want to leave altogether?
Yeah, but are my sales figures down?
It's out of character. Yes, your sales figures are down. So would you like to talk to the company psychiatrist?
No.
Laura, please.
What?
You seem agitated.
I just want to get out. That's all.
I see.
There's nothing wrong with me.
You have said you want to leave the company, but
There's nothing wrong with me.
there's no reason for you to leave, is there?
Except that I want to.
It doesn't make any sense.
But I want to.
Exactly. So you can see why I'm concerned. Maybe you should see someone.
Let me go.
We can't stop you leaving.
Right. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
As soon as you're well, you can make a decision.
I am well.
You may think that.
I'm going.
I suggest that you see someone, then come back and we'll have another talk.
You can't stop me leaving.
No, I can't.
Thank you.
But if you leave employment without an agreed resignation, we will sue you for breach of contract.
You'll sue me?
Yes,
You.
the company.
You.
The company.
No. You. You're a person. You could just let me go if you wanted to.
This is policy.
No, you are making a decision.
I'm following the policy. You're not well.
Yes, I am.
That's what you think.
How do you know what I think?
We've been monitoring you very closely, Laura.
So you think you know me better than I do?
We can see what's wrong.
I know I'm fine.
You're not.
Do I have to see someone?
I think that's best.
What will they do?
Help you.
How?
He'll help you to get over Derek and the baby. He'll help you not to worry, to focus. He'll help you to be a success.
Like you.
Yes. Isn't that what you want?
No.
What else is there?
Mess. Play. Failure. Your breathing just got deeper.
All right, then?
Yes.
All right to see someone? Laura?
Yes.
Good. 6:15 tomorrow.
All right.
Take this letter along with you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
No.
Laura, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Fine.
Good, good. How are things at work?
Good. Thank you.
Tell me.
My sales figures are back to normal after the meetings with Dr. Sachs, and I think it's all going very well. Thanks.
Everyone gets ill occasionally. It's very important that you stay healthy, that the environment you work in is safe, that you feel comfortable and secure, that you feel balanced, safe, and in control. Do you feel safe in the office now?
Yes.
You get along with everyone?
Yes.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
No.
So you are all friends?
Yes.
Good. Well, that all sounds fine. So there are no problems?
No.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
No.
No worries? Distractions?
No. It's all fine.
Good. Good. Well, I've called you in to tell you that I'm going to be promoted.
You won't be here anymore?
No. I've been moved to the next floor.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And the company has decided that with your experience, Laura, and the commitment you have shown, you would be the preferred replacement.
Really?
Yes. So, we wondered if you would accept the position.
Would you like me to make a decision now?
Yes, please. It would mean an increase in pay,
Good.
and in return, you would be expected to maintain the highest standard of professionalism, to deal with all aspects of management, and to lead this department according to directives from the company without bias, prejudice, or any inappropriate feeling.
I would do everything you do?
Exactly the same. It would require long hours, sacrifice, and real commitment, but the rewards are evident, and the prospects are excellent. So, do you accept the position? Laura? Do you accept the position? Laura? Are you all right?
Yes, I accept.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You will start next month. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No, thank you.
Well, that's all then. Thank you. Congratulations again, Laura. This is the start of a new life. You'll never look back.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape.
I'm doing an investigation.
I don't think so, Ben. I don't think so.
Next week on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape, we're beginning a new series, Severed Threads.
He walked down the corridor, listening for sounds. He felt the gun brushing against his leg. What is this, Ben?
It's a story of revenge, conspiracy, faith, and greed.
A story.
Yes, I know it's a story, Ben. But it's a very disturbing story, don't you think?
I'd love to hear what you made of the ending of Love Contract, gentle listeners. What was it that Dr. Saxon did to Laura? Was it drugs? A lobotomy? Brainwashing? Nothing? Whatever your theories, let us know what you thought by tweeting some sweet twoots to us. We're at Secrets Crimes. Got something a little more private to say? Email us at secrets@wondery.com. Or have you ever found yourself in Laura's position? Or Derek's? Was it romantic? Or sexual? It's not so clear now, is it? If you've got the time or inclination, and I'm hoping you've got both, I'd love it to pieces if you could head over to iTunes and give us a star rating, preferably in the range of 5 to 5. Pretty please. Thank you for listening to Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape. The theme song for our series was composed by Mark Hadley. Love Contract was written by Mike Bartlett. It starred Jocelyn Town as Laura and Jane Kazmarek as the manager. It was directed by Martin Jarvis of Jarvis & Ayers Productions and edited by Mark Holden. Our executive producers are Jeffrey Glazer and Hernan Lopez for Wondery. Until next time, I'm your host, David Reinstrom. What's your secret?